So I think today that I'm gonna make an arrow from scratch. Some Normanskill CHERT there. First thing I'm gonna do, I think, is go and try to find a good branch for an arrow. This sapling looks good. Already kind of straight. My Great Pyrenees Clyde. He is a big direwolf. Let's see what I can make out of this piece. This one's a little screwy. Caught the tip in there, and I carved this out of a broom handle. Usually what I do here at this stage is I take a ishi stick with a copper ore bone and a moose antler, and I put it under my leg and I hit here to knock the flakes off. I'll set it up like that and strike here to pop the flakes off. Now what I like to do on my arrowheads is just make miniature versions of paleo points or early archaic. Well, not an excellent one, but flute right there. Just gotta sharpen it up. Fix this. What I'm going to do next is just take one of these flakes and take the bark off. Took all the bark off and thinned it out a little bit. And I'm going to put a little knock back there and a deeper one in the front. Just for the sake of saving time, instead of using a flake to make these notches in the wood, I drilled a hole through it. I'm just going to make a little bit of pitch glue with some charcoal here. Pitch glue into the knock and all over the front of the arrow. Now what I'm going to do is take the arrowhead, put it right in. Just make sure the glue is right against the base. So I'll let that dry a little bit, and then I'll wrap it with some sinew, elk sinew. I got that in there pretty good. I'm going to use elk sinew. These strands that come off, you peel them off, and I chew them. You could soak them in water. They act like string, except when they dry, they tighten, and they'll keep the arrow together, and they'll make sure the arrowhead does not move at all. And I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. It's a strand of the sinew. Pulled it right off there. So now I'll just chew this and make it really soft and stretchy. It has its own glue to it. When it dries, it just keeps everything together, glues everything together. Okay, so I've chewed up the sinew. It looks like this. Very stringy, soft, stretchy. Pull it into a straight cord. I'll get more sinew and do this from here to here. The rest of the sinew on it. I'll probably do a little more, but I need to let this dry overnight. I'm going to put some rocks on this bend here while it's drying and I'll put the feathers on tomorrow and give it a few test shots. I found a turkey feather in the woods. I'm just going to split that and put it onto the arrow. Alright, so I just took a knife, split the feather, and cut the ends off, cut it to the length I wanted. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to seat them where I want them and just wrap it with pitch and sinew. Just wrapped right there with the sinew. And then what I'm going to do for the top is I'm just going to pull the feathers down and wrap over the feathers a little bit just to make sure that it's flush against the wood. So I have it wrapped and I just got to trim the tags off and wrap a little bit more right here. And I put a little bit of sinew around the knock just to support it. And after it dries a little bit, I'll give it some test fires. Okay, so we're going to test fire the arrow. This is a Normanskill CHERT, pitch glue, elk sinew, a sapling, turkey feather found in the woods, just wrapped. We'll see how it flies.